takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.
Ended up going to the next size up and just doing the fitting instead of actually having the cinder go right in, which is a little better to have the fitting there instead of just straight sensor. So happy with that. Now we can run our crossover correctly and still have our heater port here and our other heater port down here, and be kind of set up a little more regular old Chevelle or whatever the motor came out of. I don't know how many of you have dealt with this, but we were able to get the upper and lower radiator hose first try, and we didn't even go to the parts store. And actually that little bypass hose, and actually this little guy, that's a pretty nifty little jobber. He's even kind of shiny. Jarad made this badass bracket for the electric heater shut off that allows the hot water to go into your heater. I made that little bracket for the trans dipstick. We got rid of, there was 3 wires here, we got it down to 1 loom. On this side we had a couple of bigger ones, we got it down to that. And then our drilled and tapped guy. Let's watch Jarad get a hose on it. Put that Hawk 2 on there.
Hawk 2, spit on that thing.
Oh.
Can't do anything on camera ever.
Still struggling. Still struggling.
It's a tight fit, okay?
Still struggling.
Look at how clean that's gonna be.
He kind of gave up.
I did. That's good enough for now.
So we're still making great progress on the Nomad here. We had a bulkhead over on the side that he wanted to use, but originally there was that hole there, and he had smoothed it out. But the vintage air kit was so specific for the car that it had to go out there. The way they have the hoses orchestrated and stuff, there was not going to be any way that we could tighten down the lines after the unit was in with the bulkhead there, or even possibly fit them. But you know, sucks. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a new cover plate here, and the cover plate will just go around, and we'll try to make it tight as we can and nice as we can, to just kind of make it look more right at home than, you know, covering up a unforeseen issue. So we got 4 holes to cover up over there, and then something to kind of group that center spot. I'm gonna make a little template here. You know, I love my templates. We'll see what we can come up with. Alright, got our plate made, got the AC seal tape on the back to seal it up on the firewall, and got our little protectors on that for the hoses. Well, doing one of my least favorite things, building stainless steel braided lines. The one that was on here, we had one line for the power steering reservoir, and it was a little bit short, a little too tight. So I made this one longer, hopefully not too long. We already had one disaster today. I went to build the AC condenser, and the thread that went into on the AC condenser was a little yacked, and I couldn't see where. It all looked fine, So I'm like, well, I'll just twist the line on there and twist it back off, and that'll clean it up, because it wasn't bad. So I start tightening it down, and it got a little worse, and so I go to back it off, and it won't back off. So I give it the old what for and get it to come off of there, and it pulled all the threads off the AC condenser. So then I had to buy my customer a new AC condenser out of my very own pocket. And so we're working the day for free, which is also always a fun thing. And then we're gonna build these little lines, and you wouldn't believe the price of an Earl's 10AN fitting. That's $50 these days for one fitting. One fitting. All right, got our reservoir in place, our feed line on. He's down there. Now I'm waiting on a $35.90. This guy goes on, but he's a little too tight. I'm worried that he's gonna eventually, well, I know it's gonna eventually break. But a 90 would fix him up just real nice. So we're still waiting on that part, but another step.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.